If we are without knowledge and understanding of the enemy's devices, he will take the advantage of us. The only thing the enemy can do or use against you is to find something that will strike your mind. If you know it's him, if you know it's the devil, and you know that's the venue that he uses to attack you in this hour, and you know that thought is nothing in the world but a missile from Satan's attempt to dissuade you, and you know that, if you know it, if you're aware of it in that moment, and you don't immediately do something to stop him at the pass, it's not just carelessness. It's not just being too busy with life stresses. It's unbelief. Are you trying to make us feel bad this morning for every time that Satan has got an advantage over us? Not at all. No one could feel any worse than I do for all the times that he has taken advantage of me while I stood back and knew what to do, but failed to do it. So we share in the misery this morning, but here's what we have to say about everything that troubles us. That was then. That was then. This is now. We got to be watchmen this morning. We've got to watch in every area of our lives, and we've got to be ahead, one step ahead. And the only way you can be one step ahead of the enemy is watch where he's been. Remember what he has said. Know his patterns. I tell you, you've got the advantage over your enemy when you know his pattern. So, in other words, we not only have to recognize what the enemy is doing and the lie that he's trying to tell, we have to examine our hearts this morning and find the stronghold, because it's those strongholds that have not yet been cut down to the root and the root dug out. We've got to dig every bit of that foundation up so that when the enemy launches that arrow against us the next time, there's nothing there for him to build on. There's nothing in us that is attracted to any part of Satan's lie. And because we are not ignorant of his devices, anything, any personality trait, anything you carry that hinders you from being all that God has called you to be is a lie, and it is not of God, and it is not who you really are. So don't you use some of these things and say, well, God made me that way. That's a lie. And it's so much lie that you cannot engage that lie any longer. Because when the Holy Ghost comes in to live, you now have fire and life and truth living inside of you that can transform, recreate you back to the image of everything that God intended to do for you and through you in the beginning. And he's waiting on somebody to be an instrument, to be a gate, to be a door, so that he can step through. He lives right here. He just steps right through you into the earth. He did it through a Paul. He did it through a Peter, neither of which were flawless.